How am I going to be able to limit myself to just like 10 books? Hi my little raindrops, welcome back to the channel. My name is Desiree. It's so nice to have you here. Welcome to the family. Today we are revamping my TBR cart for November. Let me start by giving you a little bit of context. First off, what is TBR? It stands for to be read, so basically it's like a cart filled with books that you plan on reading. I have way too many books that I own that I have not read, so technically my TBR is like it's insanely long. 100% have over 200 books. But what I have been wanting to do is, I know that I'm capable of reading approximately 15 books in a month. So I want to revamp my TBR cart for November with only 15 books. Which, like this month, I'm recording this in the end of October. So far this month, I think I've read like 9 or 10 books. So if in November I read 10 books, or if I only read 5, or whatever, how many I read, that's not, like, the number doesn't matter. I don't care if I only read 2 books, or if I read 20, like, what will happen will happen. But I want to at least have 15 books on the cart so that I have enough books to read for the month, but also like a little bit of slack because I'm a huge mood reader. But I want to give myself this challenge so that I can try and get through my physical TBR a little bit more, right? Because I have a tendency to buy a lot of books. Because whenever I have any kind of, I don't know, issue or I feel yucky, I go to the bookstore. And I have no self-control. So if I go in a bookstore, I'm coming out with books. So that's kind of like what we're gonna try to do today. We're gonna go through the books that I currently have in this cart. And we're also gonna go through the books that I have in my bookshelf. And we're gonna choose 15 books. This is going to be hard, but we shall do it. First thing that I want to do is to revamp my bookmark mug. So we're gonna go grab some of my newer bookmarks. If you don't know, I make bookmarks and I sell them on my website, along with a bunch of other fun bookish things like annotating bookmarks, annotating kits. Annotated books are returning. Bunch of fun stuff on there. It is linked in the description if ever you want to give it a look. I'm gonna go grab a few of my newest designs because I want to add them in there. So I have 3 freebie designs that change every month, and so with every order that you place on my website you get a free bookmark. So these are the freebies for November. We have cranberries, snowflakes, and clementines. And I also want to add this snowy night one that I made for this new launch. I'm obsessed with it. And then I also have a couple more. These were like these were my October ones, and then I have some from September. I'm gonna add them in here. Okay, so step number 1, we're going to go through what I have in the cart right now. I have a couple books at the bottom shelf, like the bottom tray, that are books I already read. So we're just gonna go through that and kind of figure stuff out, because this is slightly overwhelming. Just me? Yeah? Okay. I have like no space. I'm so excited to move in May, you guys cannot even understand. Okay. So, you can kind of get a good idea here. So, first off, books at the bottom. So these are all books that I have read, except this one. I started it, didn't like it, decided not to force myself to read it. So these will go back into like the general bookshelf because I've read all of them. At the bottom I have pencil pouches because I have no place for stationery at the moment, so I kind of just put them there. Then I have a bunch of tabs. I have a link to this in my description as well, if you want to know where I get my tabs. I have a money jar, because I'm saving my money, because as I've mentioned, I am moving in May in the apartment. Like, I've always been the kind of person who likes to have like a backup plan or like an emergency jar, so. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take out all of these books, put them on my bed, and we're gonna go through them because the floor is not comfortable. Oh my god, I'm so old. I don't know how we do it. Why is it dusty? Oh my god. So many books I didn't read. Who did I think I was? So we're just gonna go through all of these, and then I'll make a stack of books that I know that I would really like to read in November, and then we're gonna go to the bookshelf, take out the few that I really want to read in November, and then try to build that up a little bit. So, in the Shadow Garden, I bought this because it's kind of like a witchy book, but I don't think I'm going to be reading this in November. Might be interesting to read in December though, I don't know. The Honeys, I bought this for October as well, didn't get to it. Will eventually read it, just not this month. House of Salt and Sorrows, it was perfect for October, but I read Small Favors by the same author in April of this year, so I'm thinking like maybe we wait until then. We shall see. Good Girl, Bad Blood. I read the first book in October. So good. So I think that this will be in the TBR for November. We're going to put it in the cart just for now. Kingdom of the Cursed. I read the first book again in October. I really want to know what happens next. Can put that in there. Now, I want to start the Addicted to You series because one of my friends she swears by it. So I told her that I was going to start it in November. I need to keep my promise. I'm going to start it in November. I had the American Roommate Experiment. The American Roommate Experiment. Didn't get to it. I think I might keep it for December. Beartown. I know this is a series. Don't know how I feel about it. So I'm going to make a stack of books that I'm like, I don't know. Court of the Vampire Queen. I haven't read smut in so long. And let me just start it. Three of them? Yeah, I need to read this. Okay, leave it to me to start laughing when I'm reading smut. The Book Eaters. This would have been so perfect for October, but at the same time, I think it might be great for December. So, Only a Monster. Not this month. All of Us Villains. Wow. No. I've been wanting to read this book ever since I got it, and it's been a while since I got it. So we're gonna put it in the I don't know section. I'm so sad I didn't read this in October because I really wanted to. But how many pages does this have? Yikes. In the 500s. I don't like it. 542. But I really want to read it. I feel like this would be so good to read when it gets dark out early. Which November kind of has that, but December has it more. So we're going to keep it for December. I am actually listening to the audiobook of this. I told myself I was going to listen and read at the same time. Turns out it makes me fall asleep. So I've just been listening to it because Jeanette is the one that recorded the audio. And it's I don't know, it's actually like, I think audiobooks are amazing. They're fantastic, although they're not like my preferred way of reading. But in this case, the fact that it is Jeanette McCurdy that's reading her actual book, I think it's actually better to listen to the audiobook than to read the book itself. So I'm technically reading it right now, but I'm gonna put it back in the big bookshelf. Most of All You by Mia Sheridan. Not really the November vibe we're going for. Corrupt, I have been... This is gonna be probably like my second or third dark romance, but I like to consider this like my first one because the other ones I read were kind of more like novellas or shorter stories. But my friend said you absolutely have to read this on October 30th, so it's not going in the... Well, I can put it in the cart. No, I'm gonna put it somewhere on my office desk or something. Anyways, I need to start this weekend. In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. I am actually reading one of her books for my book club in November. That's a book that has to go on the cart, but I just haven't gotten it yet. I ordered it this morning. In the Weeds, I don't know. Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake. I really wanted to read it in October, but I could do with like a... Like, I love Maisie's writings. It's like, I don't know. It's very, like, it's a serious topic, but it also just makes you feel so good. So, it's gonna go in the maybe pile. Love in the Time of Serial Killers. Would have been great if I'd read that in October. But you know what? I can read mystery whenever I want. I think I'm gonna potentially keep this for December. I don't know. Then, My Year of Rest and Relaxation. This is not my typical genre, but I've been wanting to kind of branch out a little bit. So, and I've heard a lot of good things about it. Here you go. I've heard a lot of good things about it on TikTok. So, gonna give it a go. We're gonna give it a go. Also, I promised to another one of my books to friends that I would start Caraval. So, and it's my boyfriend who got me this. So we're gonna make the best of it. I'm gonna start this in November. How many books am I at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How am I already at I'm halfway. Gosh. Okay, Tuesdays with Maury. This is a very little book. I feel like I could 100% read this in a day, but I'm busy. So probably like 2 days. I feel like this would be so good in like December though. You're going in the maybe pile. Tales from the Cafe. I desperately want to read this. I read Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I think it was in May. And I haven't read the second book. And there is a third one. So I'm gonna read this in November. The Secret History. I feel like I'm a faker. Like I'm not a real book talker because I haven't read this yet. I should probably try to read it, shouldn't I? And I've been seeing so many videos of Aaron Warner. Into the cart you go. Hey, that's not too bad. Okay. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at 8. We're at 8. That means we have 7 more books that we can choose to add to the cart. I will put Corrupt in it just for the sake of what happens if I can't actually start it on October 30th. So we can choose 6 books. So we're gonna go to my bookshelf. These are the maybes. So we're gonna... And keep in mind, we're reading Love Like Farms by B.K. Borison in November. So I can actually choose 5 books. 5. Okay, okay. Let's go to the bookshelf. Here's the bookshelf. I really want to read Bunny so badly. Like, when I saw that my bookstore had it in stock, I was like, thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really want to read this. And I also want to read Almond. Because it's just like, it's giving November, right? I really want to read Dear Erin by Mariana Zapata. I haven't read an MZ book since... Did I read one this month? No, it was last month. In September, I read When Gracie Met the Grump. I also want to read The Co-op by Tara Dewitt. I love Funny Feelings so much. I love it with my entire heart. It's so great. And this is her most recent book. I'm so excited to read it. It is like forced proximity, marriage of convenience. I don't know what the other tropes are, but there's music, there's construction type thing here. Oh, I love the vibe. We're going for that. I think I can choose one more. Got a couple other more. Oh, right. That's the one that I really want to read in November. Okay. I think the TBR Cart has been determined. Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. Because this is also smut. I'm so excited. We're gonna... all books I've read. Oh wait, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually also gonna add some manga. I really want to read Lovesick Ellie Volume 6 because that just came out recently. And that'll be that for this moment. I've got no idea where I'm gonna put all of the other books. I have no self-control. It's horrendous. I'm gonna put some of them at the bottom shelf. There is like just a little basket of snacks for my boyfriend whenever his blood sugar gets low in the middle of the night. He needs to take his stuff. We're gonna put books back now though. Organized now. Okay, so the November TBR has been concluded, I believe. So I'm gonna just go through all of them with you guys before I put them in the cart. And then I'm gonna get going because I have some studying to do. I kind of decided to procrastinate my studying by doing this video. So I have to be responsible. This does not necessarily like count as the November TBR because I'm really hoping that I can start it at the end of October, but it's still like, I'm going to be finishing this in November, 100% sure. So I guess it kind of still counts, but this is Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. And then we're going to have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I actually have a hockey bookmark, which I will put here, that would match perfectly with this or literally any hockey romance book to exist, because hockey sticks, hockey. I need sleep. And then The Co-op by Tara Dewitt. And then we've got Dear Erin by Mariana Zapata. And then we've got Almond by Won Pyong-son, which I am so excited to read. Not only because it's this Korean literature, which I haven't read before, but it's also one of RM's favorite. Gotta love this man. So I'm really excited to read this one. We've also got Bunny by Mona Awad. So excited for this, because I've been hearing a lot of stuff on TikTok. I am no longer on the side of Book Talk, which talks about this one all that much, but I used to be. So I'm really excited to read it. And then Kingdom of the Cursed by Carrie Maniscalco. I'm so excited to read this. I love Wrath with my entire being. I cannot wait to see what happens in here. Oh, I'm so excited. I also found, you know, the third one, Kingdom of the Feared, came out not too long ago, and it came out in hardcover first. So paperback usually comes out a little while after the first hardcover comes out, but I was able to find it in paperback. Cost me a little bit more expensive because this is $15, which, wow, crazy how we can still buy paperbacks for 15 Canadian dollars. The Kingdom of the Feared in paperback, I think I paid like 30. If I annotate 1 and 2 in paperback, I need to have number 3 to annotate. Like, Yes, I have 1, 2 in hardcover as well because I'm crazy, but you know, like we just need it. We need it to be like symmetrical. I don't know what I'm saying. Good Girl, Bad Blood. This is another thing that's going to probably make me go insane because the third one is still in hardcover. I'm gonna have to go browse the dark web to find the third in paperback. I'm kidding, I don't go on there. I go on Book Depository? Depository? I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna try to find the third one in paperback because, again, annotated 1 and 2 in paperback. I can't do 3 in hardcover. If you think my reasoning does not make sense, that's fine. I also find that I don't make sense, so you and me both. Wait, I didn't tell you. Good Girl, Bad Blood is by Holly Jackson. It's book 2 in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, so that's fun. Then we've got Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. I'm almost 100% sure that I mispronounced it somehow. I'm sorry. But I've been walking past the box set of the series and I'm just like, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. No, read the first one before you invest. And I know the first one is not the best. I know. I started reading it like a year ago and I knew this whole thing about Aaron Warner, and then when I was introduced to someone who was not Aaron Warner, I was like, no. Are you gonna break my heart? Are you gonna make me pull my hair out? Probably. But you know what? I really, it's time. It's time. And then Tales from the Cafe by Yoshikatsu Kawaguchi. I am so excited for this. I will probably be getting the third one as soon as it hits the shelves on at my local chapters. I'm very excited. The first one made me cry, but it's not a sad book. It's beautiful. The writing is great. I love Japanese literature, and there's a cat. So, and then My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. I probably butchered that, but I don't even know what this is about. This is gonna be interesting. I didn't even look at the back. I hardly ever look at blurbs now just because I don't trust whoever decides the blurb to be what the blurb is. Because it's just marketing. Don't trust the blurb. Just buy the book, right? And then Caraval by Stephanie Garber, because I really, 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 really want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I know that they're set in the same world. And you get introduced to that world through the Caraval trilogy first. So I could read Once Upon a Broken Heart, but there are potential spoilers in there to the end of the Caraval trilogy. Thank you, Brie, for telling me that. But I'm gonna read that. And then Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. Your girl needs a little bit of spice this month. Like I said, it's been ages since I read a good spicy book, and I know that Katie does an amazing job. I read Neon Gods. Not the spiciest book I've ever read, but I mean, there's some smut on page 3. So, and then Addicted to You by Becca and Christy Rich. Yeah, by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I also have Ricochet. Nora sent me, like, my friend sent me the order that I need to read them in. So, I know that this is the first one. So we're gonna read that. And then there's also Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. It just hasn't gotten here yet. Amazon, what are you doing? Hurry up. And then we've got Lovesick Ellie number 6. So how many books is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then 15, 16, but like I could probably read this tonight before bed and have it done. Actually, I might do that. So now it's time to put all of these on the cart. So cue the cute little cafe music. Who am I carrying? question. How did I manage to fit my entire TBR on one? Wow. But you know what's great is that every time I finish one, I can put it on the second one. And so I'll know, like, okay, I'm done. So the main reason why I wanted to do this specific kind of TBR system, I already mentioned it, that I really want to try and get through books that I've already bought before buying any more. I already know I'm gonna break that promise, but I do kind of like, I don't know, I feel a bit more rewarded when I have like a smaller amount of books, and when I see like that the amount starts going down, like versus taking a book in my huge bookshelf where there are many books. The impact is not like as rewarding, like to see me like, okay, I'm just gonna choose a book out of all of these and oh wow, I finished it, yeah, you know, it's not much of a difference. But to have these and to see like, okay, I'm gonna read this, oh, I'm done, I can put it there, it's just like, I don't know, it's rewarding. This is the TBR for the month of November. I guess that we're gonna see in the November monthly reading wrap-up if I was able to follow this and how successful I was in like reading these. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a good reading month. Yeah, when I tell you I am one of the most like specific people on earth with how like the order of my books, oh, it's terrible, so bad. There we go. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching me just go over the TBR cart. If you are looking into like getting a similar cart, I think I bought this at Canadian Tire. I know IKEA sells similar ones. Michael's also sells similar ones. You'll probably find some of these at Walmart. I don't think they're that hard to find. Stickers, you saw I had like stickers at the front. I got these off of Amazon. Honestly, they're okay. I mean, some have really nice designs, but I'm hoping to eventually take them off and buy more stickers from small businesses so that I can, you know, have all that vibe in there. My mug, chapters, bookmarks, RainyDaysLibrary, if you're looking for some beauties. I will also leave a discount code in the description if ever you want to buy a couple bookmarks for your TBR cart. You can benefit from that. But yeah. Oh, also, like I mentioned, all the tabs that I use, you can find them in my description box. If you just go on my Amazon storefront, everything is there. And that's it. I'm gonna let you guys go because I really have to go do some studying, but thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you like bookish content, studying content. If you find that, I don't know, if you found this video in any way entertaining, feel free to subscribe to the Rainy Days Library channel and become a little raindrop. How fun is that? And also, if you want to be notified, make sure to click the little bell. And let me know if any of these books are on your TBR, or if there's like one specific book that you really want to read in November or whatever month we are when you're watching this. Let me know, because I'm always looking for more reasons to buy books. But anywho, I've got studying to do, so I'm gonna get going. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.